Hey guys, welcome to one more new video here at the Money Project. My name is Kyle, and today we're gonna be talking about how you can start to invest in stocks even with a small money, okay? I've been studying portfolio management for a while now, and I always heard people asking, Kyle, how can I start to invest in stocks, but I do not have enough money, I do not have enough knowledge? But the deal is, fortunately, nowadays we do not need to have a big budget to start to invest in stocks, okay? But we really need to have knowledge, and I'm gonna be sharing here with you some steps by steps that I would love to take at my beginning. And I'm also gonna be talking with you a little bit of my experience at the beginning of the first time that I invested in stocks, okay? But before that, I need to ask you to please click on the thumbs up, also subscribe to this channel and click on the bell so you get notified when something goes live here. And I'm sure that you do not want to lose it because I'm gonna do something crazy, like I'm just gonna do some lives during the day, something to talk about the market. So subscribe and do not forget to click on the bell to get notified, okay? And also stay up to the end of this video that I'm gonna be sharing a thing that I'm doing now that's gonna be really cool for you if you really wanna invest in a smart way, okay? It's completely for free, okay? Before anything else. Yeah, so let's go. I started investing in stocks a while, and when I started, I wanted to find the better stocks that would give me the better results in the shorter term as possible. And I found it. Like I made a double of the money that I had into some weeks, like 3 weeks or something. But I didn't notice at the point that that was completely luck. It wasn't my analysis. I did not find something crazy, some new way to invest. Or no, I did not find. Then after some weeks, I lost everything that I have gained up to that rate specifically. Well, that was more than 100% of return. The deal is that I see that a lot of people, when they start to invest in stocks, they are looking for the same stuff. They are trying to find that specific stock that's gonna generate a big revenue into weeks. And if you're looking for it, please, this video is not for you. But stay, because probably you're gonna learn that you can do better by taking steps by steps, okay? And I'm gonna be sharing here with you five simple steps that I think that it's the best way that you can get up to the stock market investment. I know that a lot of you invest your money into T-bonds, okay, so treasury bonds, but unfortunately with such low interest rates that we have and an expectation of inflation that maybe you're gonna have with so much money being printed every single day, we need to put a bit of our money into stock market, at least to have the expectation to have a better return over our portfolio, okay? So this is what I'm gonna be talking with you, and this is the reason why I think that you should already be looking to put your money into stocks, okay? So the first step is really to find a good broker. I know that it sounds silly, yeah, but it's something extremely important. And why is that? As we noticed, especially in 2020, some brokers that was not known like 5 years ago, neither even existed, they gone to the mainstream, like into weeks, into months. This is not something that interesting to us. And why is that? Even if we have a small budget, the small budget that we have is the future of our family, our future. So do not put your money, even if it is small budget, into those crazy brokers that maybe they offer completely free trading fees, but it's better for you to pay for these trading fees, okay? And why is that? Because a good broker, they're gonna be able to provide you with great content, great documents about companies, about stocks that you are willing to invest. And this is why we choose a good broker. And also they offer you more security to put your money into it, to invest your money there, and they're going to be protecting it better than a company that maybe it's not that reliable. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put names here. Do not want to go into, I don't want to judge any kind of value here, but I think that you get my point, right? So put your money into brokers that you really believe in, okay? I do not have a partner right now, a broker partner right now, but if I have it at some point, definitely it's gonna be a broker that I'm gonna have my money into it. So I'm gonna be leave here in comments so you can read it. It depends of when you are watching this video. And yeah, so let's move to the next step. The second step is really to invest in a fund. And why is that? When you invest in a fund, they show some documents of the reasons that they choose to buy or sell a company. And why are you interested on that? While you are starting, you are a newbie, you really need to understand how those people think, people who work with it, how they think, how they look to a company's release and they read there, hey, this company does this kind of movement, and due to this fact, we think that it's not they're interested to invest. Or maybe no, we are interested to invest because they did this specific movement. And this is what you really want to see into those investment funds. Also, when you invest there, they are gonna be completely able to offer you some extra support. So they're gonna be offering you some extra information. If you have any doubt about the documents that they send to you, you can type them and then write down an email, and they're gonna be answering you and solving any kind of questions. So with the second step, what you're really looking for is to understand how professionals who work in the stock markets, how they think. And this is why you should really consider a lot to buy your first investment fund. Okay. And now the step number 3 is that you should be looking to have a mentor. And Caio, should I use all of my money to buy for a mentorship? No. The answer is no. Definitely. Period. At this point, no. Do not buy a mentorship. You really should first try to understand what is your profile, with what kind of mentors you met with, what kind of mentors do you like. And the best way that I see to do it is by reading books from mentors, from people who are at the stock market for like 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, people who are here for a long term, people who are here that learn it with time. And when you do it, you start to get into those people's mind, really to understand how those people think, what they learned during the period that they work at the stock market, or during the period that they really manage that specific portfolio. Do you know what I mean? So if you really want to build something cool, have a good mentor. And if you do not need necessarily to have a physical contact with those people, you do not need to know them personally. But a great example is just like to read books, as I told you. So we have nowadays biographies of Warren Buffett, we have books from Benjamin Graham, we have books, for example, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I know that is extremely simple and extremely beginner point, but it's already something. So start by the books. This is something really relevant. And I'm going to be also leaving here in the description down below the books that I think that everyone should read. And understand one thing. After you read a few books, you really need to choose one mentor, like that person that's going to be the one that you're going to look to, and you're going to think, hey, I want to be similar to this person. And you're going to try to copy absolutely everything that they did at the beginning of the journey, With time, obviously, you're going to generate your own personality. You're going to find your own personality. But this is a really good way to start, like really to look into someone who already built something that you want to build and start to copy them. Start to try to do the things that they say that they should do. You know what I mean? This is a really good first step. But I'm going to be putting some books down here below, so your life's going to be a lot easier. And now here go to the step number 4. Actually, this is the movement that you're really trying to go more into the stock markets and get your first exposure to it. And the better way to do it is by buying some ETFs. What is an ETF? Exchange Traded Fund. And how does it really works? Being really generalistic here, it tries to mirror the return that some specific index have. For example, you have the S&P 500 that is a big index here in USA. So if you want to invest into S&P, the best way to do it is through an ETF. One example is the SPY ETF that you can look for. But do not feel so close only to S&P. We also have Dow Jones, that is the ETAL. We also have ETFs of every country that you can imagine, and you can invest from your country. You can invest in the stock market from Australia, from Canada, from Brazil, from wherever. Only need to find the ETF for that specific stock market. And why you should be taking first this step? Because this is gonna be a first movement that you're making into the stock markets. You're gonna be exposing yourself, but at the other hand, you're gonna be protected by a big index, by an index that includes a big range of companies. You know what I mean? So the probability of happening something extremely huge in the negative side is low. Only if have something similar to what happened with the virus last year, in 2020, or something like this. But the deal is, if you invest in an ETF, the probability that you are doing something completely wrong, it's really low. And this is what we really want. And then from this point, you should already be reading a lot of news about stocks, about politics, about everything that you can find related to the stock markets, you know. So read a lot. This is the best deal to be a better investor. And now finally, the time to go pro, and this is the step number 5, and this is actually to buy your first stock. When people are starting to invest, if they have, for example, $1,000, they try to buy 10 stocks, let's say, for example, to try to diversify or something. But in my point of view, this is not what you should be doing at the beginning with a small budget. And why is that? Well, really simple. Because when you are starting, you really need to read all those documents that the company releases. Everything, every movement that the companies that you are investing in does, you need to know, you need to look, you need to study. And if you invest in 10 companies at once, definitely you're not gonna have enough time to read it all. So focus on one company, in the max 3 companies at this beginning, really to be able to read all the documents. And with that, you're gonna get expertise to read that easily, to understand what the company is doing, what's the movement that the company is doing, and also understand better about the market niche. So we're gonna understand better of returns that they have, about what is a good return over investment, and everything else, all of those details. Obviously, that I'm gonna be building some specific videos for ETFs, some specific videos about index funds, about all of this that we heard today. I'm gonna be building something more specific to go into details of it. And one next tip that I'd like to share with you is to focus first in the long term. Even if you dream to be a day trader or a swing trader, you should focus first on the long term. I work as a day trader. This is also my main skill today, let's say like this. But this is not what you should focusing first, okay? I know that a lot of people sell this completely different, but you should not focus first on being day trade. Focus on the long term first, and after some point you're gonna move to shorter terms trades to generate small profits with time. But at this point, if you have a small budget, focus first on building your portfolio for long term. This is gonna make your life really easier, and trust me, you're gonna move really faster than someone who tries to go directly into day trading, for example, okay? So this is a really important tip that I really would like to all of you heard it with a really open-minded, okay? I'm gonna be also helping you at some point in the future, maybe for some specific content for shorter term trades, but not now. This is not what you should be looking now. You should be looking for long term first. And before we end this video, I need to share the thing that I told you that I would have exclusive for you who are still here, okay? Actually, probably 40% of you at least already left this video on the first step or something like this. But the deal is, I'm building a Telegram channel where I'm sharing everything that I do daily on my analysis in terms of the way that I see the market. And also I'm gonna be sharing with you my daily routine on Instagram. So you're gonna be able to follow. I'm also gonna be leaving it down below here in the description, the link to Telegram and the link to my Instagram. We're gonna have some access to some extra and more close content and exclusive content, okay? Much more than you have here on YouTube, okay? That's the deal. And now, as you are here, please don't forget to click on the like button, leave a thumbs up, and also subscribe to this channel and click on the bell. And also please give me a comments, give me feedback on how I can improve this video, what kind of topics would you like to hear next, what kind of thing I should cover. Did you like this topic? Do you like to hear more about it in the next video? Please tell me, and definitely we're going to be able to build something really, really cool, something really, really different that you have here on YouTube, okay? So thank you very much for your time, guys. I really appreciate everything, and see you next video. Bye-bye.